Good morning, friends. Today is Tuesday, and I figured I would do a little day in the life as a stay-at-home mom. I am here coming at you in my pajamas and no makeup, looking a mess, but this is real life. So today is Tuesday. On Tuesdays we have a pretty chill day. We don't have anything until that afternoon for gymnastics. Huh? Yes, we have Play-Doh.
Is that dry Play-Doh?
It should be dry Play-Doh if you put it up like you were supposed to. Okay guys, I am making breakfast, sausage, eggs, yogurt. That's usually what we'll have for breakfast. They are playing with Play-Doh. Play-Doh is like one of those things where I like it for certain things, like especially if we're doing like activities and stuff with school, but at the same time it's one of those things where I hate. And I will show you guys why I hate it in a little bit this afternoon probably, because I will show you what ends up happening in the playroom after they play with Play-Doh. I mean, could I be back there watching them, like monitoring every little thing that they do with the Play-Doh and it not be that way? Sure. But I feel like the whole point of them playing with Play-Doh is to be independent and, you know, be creative. And also like, giving me a little moment of peace. So I don't want to be back there monitoring every little thing. So I will show you guys what ends up happening. I usually will leave it out for like a day or two just to get, just for it to be worth it, I guess. Because it is quite a mess. Ignore the Tupperware. I'm trying to clean out the fridge. Never just do like 50 things at once, because that's how I am, I feel like sometimes. And I don't mean to do that, it just happens. Breakfast for me, I'm having a yogurt and a sandwich. And that's our breakfast. Lord, y'all, I had all those Tupperwares put out because I thought that they were just old. And I opened one and I was about to throw it in the trash can and I realized it was Joey's meal prep that he made on Sunday for a video. So I'm like, maybe I should not throw that away. So I luckily did not. There was a few that needed thrown away, but I didn't throw away those. I've been doing my walk weekly and it's been very nice. It's a little hard though, trying to keep up with kids because I'm walking around the yard. It's actually very peaceful, especially when I have my worship music on. Yeah. These are just performative headphones at this point because I can't. I got kids. I'm like too paranoid to keep my headphones on with them outside. I'm not paying attention. These little spider webs in the grass are kind of freaking me out. What is that? That's probably all those jumping spiders, because every year, once it starts to get warm, I can walk through our grass, mainly in the backyard, and there's just spiders everywhere. Like little jumping spiders. It freaks me out. So I never come out here barefoot. I don't even like to come out here with open toe shoes on, if I'm being completely honest, in the backyard.
That mama.
That mama?
Yeah, look at
it.
That what? Are they all pampered?
C for cat. Good job. All right, J for Jerry and Joey. Good job. Okay, letter Y. Good job. All right, Z. W. Good job. L. We're almost done now. We're getting good at these.
Yep, because I've been getting 3 and I get 5.
You are 5. Aspen is 3.
For my birthday?
Your birthday already came. These kids are into everything today. I mean, we have done Play-Doh, we have painted, we have played with chalk, we have played chalk games outside. They pulled out puzzles. I go to the bathroom after we finish the name puzzles and they have pulled out more puzzles while I'm in the bathroom. All right, guys, I'm making a taco salad for lunch. I made tacos Sunday. Today's Tuesday, so they should be fine. I just mixed, I made some corn in a skillet and I just put it all together in the leftover container. So I heated that up and I'm gonna pour that over my lettuce. And then I have some sauce over here from a taco packet that I'm gonna use. And I don't think we have any tortilla chips, but that would be pretty good to crunch over it. Oh, and then cheese. I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese. Crush them, maybe a handful, and crush them over there for a little crunch. I think that'd be pretty good. And then I'm gonna add my sauce. Oh, that's probably too much sauce. All right, there we go. That's my lunch. So I just got done getting dressed. I wasn't even in there for maybe 10 minutes. I just ran a curling iron through my hair, threw on some makeup, come back out, and both of my kids are asleep on the couch. They were watching Paw Patrol. No, not Paw Patrol. Trolls. The movie. One of the movies. And they fell asleep. I was looking up some recipes for dinner because I had chicken set out, but I wasn't sure what I wanted. I was thinking more like a pasta dish. So I found this one. So I found a Marry Me chicken recipe on TikTok for your crock pot because I wanted something easy because we have gymnastics tonight, so I needed it to be fast, or not fast, just easy for when we get home and doesn't have a lot of prep. I've been sitting out for a few hours, not long, maybe 2 hours. Okay. So I got a bunch of seasonings. I'm gonna throw all this in there. I got some salt and pepper. All right, we got salt and pepper. Just kind of add in what I have. We have red pepper flakes, but we don't have a ton left. So red pepper because we don't have a lot. So I'll probably put more in after everything's cooked, just to taste it. I have Italian seasoning. Onion powder, and then I have this. It has a blend of pepper, salt, onion, and garlic. So pretty much what I just put in there plus garlic. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. I guess I don't need much. All right, chicken broth. Add more chicken broth, I will, but I'm kind of gonna see what that gives me. I'll also have some sun-dried tomatoes. I don't have a lot, and I know this is really gonna make the meal. This is all I have, so we're gonna have to make it work. But I really need to get some more of these anything you add this to, it just makes your meal 1,000 times better. I'll let this cook on high for 4 hours. When that gets done, I'm gonna add the noodles and heavy cream and Parmesan cheese. We are about to take Axel over here to gymnastics. I have just ran to the pharmacy. Now I'm going into the dollar store. I have a rant about insurance in just a minute, but we'll get to that in a minute. I gotta go into the dollar store because we have 15 minutes before gymnastics.
Oh, Dad, no, that could be on the toy aisle.
I don't know. I gotta get milk and juice and Parmesan cheese, hopefully. I feel like I have a cart of junk, but that's literally all I have to get with snacks for school day, milk, and then cheese for dinner. And then they didn't have sun-dried tomatoes, so I couldn't get those. Alright guys, just dropped Axel off at gymnastics. I don't usually come home, but I had to because I got all that stuff from the dollar store and I didn't want it to get hot. Plus, I need to finish my food. Alright, you guys are set up. So I need to put heavy cream in here. I'm gonna finish this one off. Yeah, I'm gonna finish that one off. I'm gonna use the Rotoni. Alright, and then I got Parmesan cheese. One thing we forgot on our Sam's order, we usually get that from Sam's, and we forgot it. So I'm just going to pour some of that in here. Stir it up. Alright, I'm going to let the noodles cook in that, and then when I get back, we'll taste it and see if we need more seasoning. So, I had to run everything I just got from the dollar store back home because it's hot outside today and I didn't want it to go to waste. Plus, I had to put everything in the crock pot because it takes like another hour for it to cook. That way it can cook while we're at gymnastics. Joey is home. I didn't mention that, but he did come home. So he's with Aspen, and usually some weeks are different. Some weeks I can take her with me and then I have to come back home. Other weeks I can go to gymnastics and sit in the parking lot and chill out, which I love. That's my favorite time, to just sit in the parking lot and relax for however long he's in gymnastics. It's something about sitting in your car just for a long period of time is just so relaxing to me. I love it. So I do enjoy that time, but some nights I can't do that because Joey works at night, and like Joey works late and I can't do it. But tonight is one of those nights that I can do it. Plus, I also just like to be in the parking lot because we did have an emergency one night and I can't go in with him, but I like to be in the parking lot because the boy, he needs like a bubble around him at all times because he's constantly like falling and just doing crazy stuff, and then he gets hurt. Because one night I was sitting in the parking lot and I got a phone call, and I didn't hear the phone ring or whatever because I think I was reading my Kindle. And as soon as I seen the voicemail as it was coming in, it was like, Axel fell, hit his head. We need you to come in here. I'm like, oh my God. So I rushed in there and they're like, oh, we just called you. Like, I just hung up the phone. I'm like, I know, I'm here. But he had like done something. I don't know exactly what he did, but he tripped, hit the side of the gym, like the gymnastic bar. I don't know what you call it. Hit the corner of it and had a huge like gash in his head. I was freaking out. There was so much blood. Oh, you can't even see me. There was so much blood. I'm on my little side street, by the way. There was so much blood, and I was like thinking, okay, well maybe it's not so bad, but then we were like trying to like pull his hair out the way so we could actually see what it looked like. And when I pulled his hair, this might gross you out. When I pulled his hair, it was like his scalp like separated, and it looked really deep, and I started freaking out. I was like, okay, we have to go to the emergency room. So I'm glad I was there for that. And we did go to the emergency room. He had to get staples in his head, and it was like this whole thing. So I tried to be nearby just in case anything crazy happens. It was like very unfortunate because he missed his showcase. It was like right before I think it was before Christmas. He missed his showcase, and like it sucked because he had to like let it heal for I think a week or two. It wasn't a long like healing process. I think he only had his staples in for like a week or two. So it ended up being not that big of a deal, but in the moment it felt like a big deal. And yeah, we put that past us and we're good now. We're not scared to go to gymnastics, although sometimes he is still a little scared. So we're working through it, and hopefully we don't have any more accidents like that. But I try to stay there just in case we do, because that just like freaked me out, and I just try not to go back home unless I have Aspen. Then I do, because I just don't want her to fall asleep in the truck. But yeah, that's the spiel. I'm gonna go back and sit in the parking lot for the next 30 minutes and wait for him. Pharmacy debacle. I do not understand insurance, like doctor verbiage. Like, I need somebody smarter than me, which, I mean, don't take a lot, to leave a comment down below and let me know why. When I went to the pharmacy to pick up my medication, she told me it was going to be cheaper for them not to run it through the insurance. So I paid $21 for 2 medications, and for whatever reason, that was cheaper than them running it through the insurance. I am so sick of insurance. Like, the whole thing is a scam. Honestly, everything that we're taught in school is a scam. I could talk about this for hours. College is a scam. Insurance is a scam. The public school system is, okay, I'm not going to go into that because I know some people will be bad. Like, God bless our teachers. Love our teachers. They're doing amazing. It's not them, it's the system. Anyways, that's a whole other story. But why is everything is about money. Everything is about making more money, and it is so frustrating. Like, I seen this video on TikTok, and they were talking about like the price to go to the doctor, like out of pocket versus with insurance. And tell me why everybody in the comments was like, this is what I pay for my ambulance ride with insurance, but then this is what it would have been without insurance, and everything is so much cheaper without insurance. Or no, this is what it was. A bunch of comments were saying I had like an ambulance bill, for example, and it was billed through insurance, and it was like $21,000 through the insurance, and then they had to pay a portion of that. But when they found out that they were paying out of pocket, their portion that they had to pay was like $2,000, and then they found out they don't have insurance, so they were paying out of pocket, and it was $500. Make it make sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's all a scam. It's all a way for people to make more money. I told Joey, I was like, I wish we could just like live off the grid sometimes, like grow our own food and just, I don't know. It's just frustrating, like very frustrating. Anyways, that's a whole tangent I could just yap about, but I'm not going to. Anyways. I'm back here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog. I hope y'all enjoyed this like day in the life with me. When we get back home, we're gonna eat dinner and do our bedtime routine, like with baths and all that. So I'll put a clip right here of how dinner turned out. It looks like it's gonna be yummy. Fingers crossed it tastes good. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.